The Earth is a water planet, but global water resources are under attack. From dead zones to acidic oceans, rising seas to plastic pollution, our water planet is changing in ways that threaten us all. The good news is, solutions exist, and Earth Echo is on the way to find them. I'm Philippe Cousteau. Join me as we explore some of the causes of and solutions to one of the most pressing environmental crises of our time on Earth Echo Expedition's PlasticSeas. In Melbourne, Australia, I'm joining marine biologist Kate Charlton-Robb for a day on the water to talk about the impact of plastics she sees up close. Exciting day. We're really looking forward to this. Kate is the director of the Marine Mammal Foundation in Victoria. In her time on Port Phillip Bay, she discovered an entirely new species of dolphin that was recognized in 2011.
Out here we've got our endangered Barrow dolphins, so we have a resident population here in Port Phillip Bay, so we're hoping to catch up with these guys this morning.
Kate's research targets ways to keep these endangered species safe, and more, she's finding plastic makes that a challenge. What are you finding then in terms of impacts?
We spend much of our time on the water actually picking up things like balloons and plastic bags, buckets, water bottles, you name it, we've been able to pick it up from the water. We have had a number of entanglement cases here in Port Phillip Bay, and unfortunately I have done an necropsy where the stomach was completely compacted with plastic bags. When you see something like that, that's something we've done to the animal. We've caused the death of that particular dolphin.
Clearly, plastics in the ocean are everywhere, and evidence of their devastating impact can be seen not only beneath, but also above the surface. Jenn Lavers studies what seabirds are eating. And today, I'll get a unique look into her findings. So seabirds are a good indicator of the health of coastal ecosystems?
Absolutely, we call them our sentinels. They're kind of our
species. A main way that you're investigating these seabirds and the health of these seabirds, and thus the health of the broader ecosystem, is through this.
Yes, through looking at seabird vomit.
Seabird vomit, delightful.
It tells us what the birds have been eating, both the good stuff and increasingly the bad stuff.
We'll dissect two examples of vomit, also known as bolus, that Jenn has collected and frozen from gulls in the field. The first is a bird with a more natural diet.
It's nice to know he had some good stuff.
Yes, definitely. That looks like a hearty meal there. That's a pretty big fish. Those are big ribs.
See what else is in here.
We'll separate everything we find into different piles.
And then all the vegetation goes in one pile.
And the bones in another?
And the bones in another.
Okay. Our first sample wasn't bad. Lots of seagrass and fish bones. But even a healthy diet shows traces of plastic pollution.
And this little bit of blue is actually a bit of plastic bag.
So far, nothing's been too alarming. But our second example tells a different story.
So this is clearly the top to a boxed milk, a Tetra Pak, and some aluminum foil, and goodness knows what else we're going to find in there. A bit of stone. That's plastic. So this is some of the bits of glass and stuff. That piece of glass is, really sharp.
Why are these birds eating plastic?
It's not really their fault. It's kind of a don't ask questions, just eat it approach. And that works really well in nature for many species where your food is going to be unpredictable. And in the marine environment in particular, plastic often doesn't look like plastic or smell like plastic because it's covered in algae, fish eggs. Sometimes it's been floating out in the ocean for decades.
How big is a gull's stomach?
Not that big. A bottle cap like this would take up the bulk of the capacity of the stomach.
So if these birds weren't able to regurgitate these items, it would fill up their stomach very quickly.
Absolutely, and that's the fate of so many seabirds and other marine species, is that they can't regurgitate like our gulls, and so that's why it fills up and up and up.
Like albatross?
Albatross, shearwaters, turtles, and various other species.
So they don't
can't-
regurgitate.
Exactly, they can't get it up.
Birds, dolphins, our beaches, and seas. Plastics persist in the environment and are threatening many species, including people. And as we'll see next, we must engineer newer and safer materials for the products we use every day. To learn more about plastic pollution and find out how you can take action to make a positive difference in your community, visit EarthEcho International at earthecho.org. EarthEcho Expedition is sponsored by the Northrop Grumman Foundation. Northrop Grumman is a leading global security company dedicated to increasing STEM education opportunities for students and the teachers who inspire them.